Probably start 4-betting some of our premium ranges here and trapping his 3-bets with super premiums, I think is what we're going to do. Here's a spot. We'll see what happens, but fold 22 bigs, heads up. I'm not looking to do anything other than get it in here. Come up with this 4x again. Yeah. I'm not doing anything other there. Ace 8. Yeah, we got it. Got it in good. 3 hold. Yep. Winner. Big pot there. That was a nice 22 bigs. You just got your, yeah, ace point there. No one's folding that. Alright, so now heads up for really nice run. 5,370 players down to the final 2. Heads up. It's going to take a second here to assess the situation and kind of just be mindful, present, thankful about like how crazy of a spot this is. Very few times ever will you get in this spot against any tournament. 5,370 players and you're down to the final 2. It's pretty cool. Very thankful. Father's Day, a fun run. All right, so let's get into heads up poker. I love heads up poker. I've got big background heads up cash actually. Played quite a bit of heads up online, kind of sit and go style, but came up as a cash game player, and I would purposely stay till the casino was closing and pick out people to see if I could play heads up, just to kind of hone that skill. I thought I could probably get an advantage, and to learn the game. It's such an integral part of poker. Heads up. It's really important in a lot of ways. I don't think he's got many aces there or flush draws, so I think I can lead and go big here as a bluff. Obviously, absolutely nothing. What should he call with? I mean, aces if he slow played that on the flop. I have not seen the player do this once. Kind of taking advantage of one of his playstyles too. He's got a 10 or something. It'd be a tough call. Yeah, it's just a really tough call. That board turn. And the way he played it, he checked the flop, so he's got very few aces or few flush draws there. Let's see what we got here. Should we turn the big blinds on now? I really don't like the big blinds. That's fine. So I'm gonna start going up to 2.5, I think, for now. 6/8. I'm just gonna literally bet 1 big blind here. 8. Okay, so now we have showdown, but we're also, it's a weird spot. Like, are we betting for value or showdown? I think we can, we're ahead of most of his hands, so we're still just betting for, it's a weird spot. Let's keep it on the big blinds now, just for simplicity, so everyone can see it too. It's a little bit more clean. 7-9 off. Looking to fold, you know. Heads up, the game has changed a little bit compared to when I learned heads up. And, you know, the last 20 years I've been playing heads up, cash and online. Really, it's getting to smaller raise sizes. You're folding almost no hands. Especially the min bets, right? Really comes down to, oh, that's a great, I'll go a little bit bigger here. I like to overbet some frequency. Heads up, overbetting these days really isn't a thing, so I probably won't overbet, but let's see what happens. Put a 5 out there. 6, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go, let's try and overbet. 14. Does he want to call with an 8? Probably he's gonna fold a lot. Maybe gets curious. Or he just jams. LOL. Yeah, obviously we're folding, but so what's he doing there? Did he swap a monster? Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time thinking about that one. Alright, I'm not gonna do many more overbets. That one didn't work out too well. It's also, it's interesting. Maybe we'll just overbet only as, I think we're gonna start overbetting only as for value. Because maybe he thought we were bluffing. Let's try a few overbets if we can get it again. Overbetting as, let's try overbetting only as, he's continuing a lot, isn't he? We just gotta check. We're ahead of a lot of hands actually, but let's try to improve. Yeah, that's just a, can we bet here for value? Sure, nice value bet. Small, I mean we're trying to get calls from like 6 at 3. We went third pot. I think he's trying to figure out what all my different raise sizes mean. Third pot, full pot, overbet. Overbets you can really, if he's got a queen, he's got a queen. Nope, 6, okay, nice. Maybe he's calling for information. Retake the chip lead. Overbets, I did a 1.4x, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I love overbets. There's really not as much of a role in heads up poker. Let's try to see what he wants to do here. For overbets and heads up as much, it just doesn't make sense for a lot of reasons. We can talk about what that means, but I'm gonna look to exploitatively overbet him. It was weird that he jammed that overbet. So maybe he just thinks that I'm only doing that as a bluff, which would be a big misread. Yeah, jack 8 off. There's a spot. Yeah, I could fold that. Yeah, I think that, if he could be a big spew if he starts to think that my overbets are, let's look to, I don't want to 3-bet him now. We'll just keep dinking along here. We're getting some wow, flopped an amazing situation. I could lead there some weirdly. I don't have that part of my game yet, but we're definitely raising, obviously. What if he had a jack here and just clicked it back? That would be the dream. I folded it. I think leading there is kind of cool, heads up. Leading small, like one big blind, and then that really just puts people in the blender. I'm going to try that again, soon if I can. It's like, would you ever... No one can put you on a set either when you lead. It's like, would you be betting a set? I don't know. It's not natural for me, but I think it's a nice play, actually. Heads up, especially against a fairly sticky opponent like this person. I don't need to see about that necessarily. Don't love that either. I just look to get to showdown. If he bets with any reasonable amount, would probably just have folded that one, but yeah, I think we can just pray that our 4s are good. Do we ever bet here? Definitely can't raise. I'll just take it down. I think he's probably calling anything. I'm gonna win a decent amount here. Oh, wow, he tried to trap me with Broadway. Check it out. Great. Man, we lost the minimum there. He didn't even 3-bet me pre. That was interesting. Let's go top shelf. 8.51. See what is kind of filling out his pain threshold. He's raising min with a lot of hands. So we'll see. So I got a 3-bet pot here. I think we can c-bet small. It's a little different strategy. About 6.5, about a third. Different strategy, heads up versus not heads up in this specific situation, but so what does he have there? Some aces, some spades. I think I'll go to check call mode basically here. I don't think he's not really like a bet turn, jam off like a draw kind of guy, so from what I've seen, I mean, maybe he's got that level, but I doubt it. Yeah, you want to, I don't know, I'm going to call here pretty quick. I think we got like a weak ace. I just think that if he's got a jam in him, good for him, but I couldn't see where he could jam this with a bluff. Yeah, he just checks it down. I think we win. Yeah. King Jack, yes. Optimistic turn bet. If he had a jam, dude, to put us in the blender, I mean, that'd be a sick spot. Can we ever check? No, we're too deep. I was gonna think about check jamming, like trapping, but we could. Is this a 4-bet jam spot? He hasn't 3-bet us ever, if you've noticed that heads up, so something to keep in mind. Seems optimistic to 4-bet jam ace jack off, 40 bigs effective, so but really we can really dial up the pressure now. We got kind of 3-to-1 chip advantage. Oh man, we're just not looking to do anything other than get this in with pocket tens. He 3-bets me, it's going in. Nope. We're going 2.5 with, we'll see if he starts playing back. Some people give up their 3-betting here. I'm just waiting for premiums. Not a great strategy. You got to keep playing, even if at 3-to-1. We're just gonna look just to kind of run him over a little bit here for a second. So just 2.5 with every hand. If he keeps folding, he's gonna really blind out quickly. Kind of leaning on him a little bit. He might just be card dead. We don't necessarily have to raise this. Could we fold one? I don't think we can fold. If he raises. Oh man, he just folds. He's really climbing up. So the natural adjustment is to increase your width of hands. I mean, I'm not going 100%, but I think this is a reasonable hand just to kind of. Actually, I would have preferred that more as a open. That's fine. It's okay. We'll see what he does post flop. I mean, maybe he's just gonna get super scared post flop too. But I think to start out with a check there is fine. That's a nice turn. No, I just don't need to have to do anything other than call down. 4 black 4 would be fun. Oh. Gonna see how much I was on here. Obviously we're running hot, but 9, that's not a good card. It's a terrible card. 2, I call down with 4th pair. He's been shown the ability to bluff. Diamonds missed. I think he's got a lot of like 8s or 9s or something like that. Even a 4 we lose, we've got no kicker. Our 4th pair is no good. Yeah, we beat absolutely nothing there except complete bluff, but he's not really that kind of player. Calling this, obviously. He's also going smaller. He's only going 2x now. Wow, we flop the stones. We'll have to check raise here. Not stones, but you know what I mean. So do we ever... I don't think we overbet here. I was going to say we could overbet the turn, but he just folds, I think, a lot there. But here we're going to try and overbet. Most likely. We'll see what happens. Oh, man. We're going to overbet the river probably there. A7. Let's keep the pressure on. A little bit bigger raise sizing too when they clam up. I mean, he's only going 2x. I'm going 2.5x. Got an ace. Let's flop an ace. Or 3. Jeez. What is going on here? Can I check? No, let me just bet 1. See if he raises me. He's played back at me a little bit, but he does just give up a lot, doesn't he? I guess probably. I don't think this is a very high level player. I think he had a couple strategies which were quite advanced, full ring, but heads up. So here's a spot. If you think you have an advantage, you don't want to get like pocket threes there, like ICM, or not ICM, but GTO. You can start jamming 20 to 40 big blinds, pocket threes. Fine if you're playing GTO. I mean, there's a lot of GTO strategies like that, but way more, and one of the main, so I talked about earlier, I'm going to get big into strategy talk and do a lot of strategy videos, 5 tenets of my poker YouTube channel. I'm really going to, entertainment, strategy, giveaways. There's a couple others. One of we're just going to bet, while until he figures out if we're climbing up or not. We're going to open every single hand, including 2-7. There's a lot of big talk about game theory optimal, studying the charts. That's completely unnecessary for a lot of people, and a lot of people will never do that. And I love that, right? We had Brad Braulio had Kathy Liebert on his channel the other day, and she's never looked at one chart in her life, or not much. She's not chart studied, not GTO. I think she basically plays GTO, right, from all the strategies she's learned over the years. But if you never look at a chart, you can still be an elite, high-level winning player. There's someone like Landon Tice, who's a wizard. I mean, computer wizard, GTO, studied to the nines. He can tell you about deviations and permutations of GTO wizardry, which is fine. You're still playing against real people in a lot of these spots. I think where the ClubWPT players are really good is sussing out how you're... Oh, wow. Man, I'm just running on a sun run. This is how I got the ambassadorship. I just flop the best hand every single time. No, but there's all sorts of different levels to play, right? Landon Tice, GTO wizard. Kathy Liebert, crusher. Should be definitely in the Hall of Fame. We just gotta go with it here. I mean, we're not trying to do anything other than get it in. Spade redraw too, and we can block the spades. He's just really giving up on a lot of pots. Yeah. But anyways, I want to make teaching poker content simple. I'm not gonna get crazy about the charts, the GTO solver, 25 big blind, blah 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 blah. That's not what people want to hear. A lot of people will never look at charts. So that's what I think that a lot of people in coaching do wrong, is that a large portion of players will never look at charts. They don't ever want to look, and that's cool. I've studied them a little bit and incorporated them in my game. I'm not like a Landon Tice wizard where I'm only thinking about charts or almost exclusively looking at charts. No, I incorporate. It's one piece of the puzzle. It's one piece of information. Let's see how much he's climbing up here. He's probably gonna have 7 pairs here. I'm gonna look to bluff. He didn't raise. Yes, he did raise. Let's go for a check raise. That'd be interesting. We haven't done that yet. Do we win? No way. 7. Oh, jack. Oh, weird. Okay. But a few problems there are with poker coaching right now. Number one, there's probably too much of an emphasis on GTO, charts, computer solvers, when a lot of players aren't going to use that. Number two, it's too expensive. I mean, some of these elite coaching sites are, $100 a month. People can't afford that, right? Then they make it sound too complex. The first thing is GTO, wizardry, solvers. most people don't want to hear that and won't ever want to even start thinking about that, and they don't need to. So that's another miss, I think, on poker coaching. So what I'm going to do with teaching is just make it simple. Like I said, I'm going to teach it super simply. So from the small blind, what hand should you be what should you be re-raising? Just break it down, make it super simple. We're not going to look at charts, solvers. Infrequently, we'll look at some charts as a reference, but I'm never going to say you have to memorize a chart completely, because I think that's doing a disservice to the vast majority of people learning poker and those players who want to get better. So poker coaching has a problem with being elitist, GTO, computer, solver heavy, too expensive, and not accessible. If you're making someone pay, I think I gotta start raising a little bit faster. If you're gonna make it $100 a month, that's not accessible to a lot of players. A little bit bigger once, see what happens. Oh, yeah, okay, just gotta give up. Great. I mean, exploit. Oh, but once again, back to the point, GTO. Can you play GTO? First of all, most players don't play GTO, so if you play GTO against players who aren't playing GTO, you're going to be leveling yourself and just taking chips, money from yourself. But the fastest and best way to win more is to figure out what a player is doing wrong. This is where I like knowing what GTO says, is not necessarily my betting strategies, but seeing what other people are doing incorrectly, which is different from GTO, or it helps you to recognize patterns, right? So this player specifically gives up on pots too much, so I'm double, triple barreling more. This player also now, once I got a little bit of a chip advantage, only 3-1, really just clammed up. I think is waiting for a super premium, so I'm increasing the raise size, the bet size a little bit, which seems more intimidating. I'm also betting with a higher frequency. I've been opening probably 90+% of my ranges, and following through on most boards for at least one or multiple barrels. So that's the way that you'll see this, right? This player specifically, not to pick on him, but was really good not deep stack, but at a full ring table. They were really tough, really putting me in some spots. And that's what they're more accustomed to. A lot of people haven't played heads up anyways. So yeah, so I'm going to focus on strategy. So coming back to the poker YouTube channel, Josh Guindon Poker on YouTube. Follow, subscribe. I think Rampage Poker would say like, follow, subscribe, comment. That's fine. All you really have to do is be subscribed to my channel for the ability to win some seats. I'm going to be giving some seats away to various World Poker Tour events going forward. Interestingly, briefly, my background in poker, I played a lot of cash games, mainly low stakes, 1-2, 1-3, some 2-5, hardly any 5-10. In college, had 5-figure results, mid 5-figure positive results. So playing one day a week or one day every other week as a college student. I got into online poker during the poker boom. I played somewhat regularly there. I never played high stakes, but got pretty adept at being competitive at least. And then, like I said, I played some heads up cash late at night, and I've played cash when I could. Picked my spots in some lower level tournaments, and then in 2022 I got my start on the World Poker Tour. I won a $7,000 package on ClubWPT. Ran pretty deep, finished top 3% first tournament. Got to know everyone at the World Poker Tour, and really fell in love with the people and the product that the World Poker Tour has to put forward when you're playing a poker tournament. And so got more involved. Went on the Virgin Voyages, and then played in the Best Bet Jacksonville. Then I won a seat from Tony Dunst to the $5 million free roll. Then decided that I was going to start playing more more events, more seriously at that point. Made my first final table in a World Poker Tour event. Got 7th out of a little under 1,500 people. Pulled a big bounty, 6-figure bounty also. And then after that, met up with the people, Jeremy Clemens at the World Poker Tour. And we decided we were going to do an ambassadorship, ClubWPT ambassador, first one ever. This is, of course, ClubWPT is under the umbrella of the World Poker Tour. And then as we decided we're going to start playing more regularly. So first tournament as an ambassador went down to the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. We did a Sun Run Bounty series, which I did a live stream. On my YouTube channel. Made a pretty deep run. I think I finished 50th maybe out of 2,500, but there's pretty good strategy chat from that live stream where I was breaking down hands in real time. I really enjoy that. I think people get something out of that, pick up little pointers that they can add to their game or changes to their game. I've enjoyed that over the years from Twitch streamers, poker streamers and the like, and people like Doug Polk and that sort of thing. But anyway, so then cashed my first tournament, I think top 6 percentile at the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open. It was tied to the bounty event on ClubWPT, so everyone who cashed in that tournament got to double their payout. It was a pretty fun promo that ClubWPT put on. Be playing a couple other World Poker Tour main events this year, so look forward to meeting a lot of people, getting YouTube started up. Going to be focusing on entertainment value first and foremost, strategy chat. I think I've got a lot to offer to people, like and giveaways for sure. Giving back, it's really important to me. So really good stuff. We're going to be doing live streams also, like this one. We're also going to be getting a call-in show going. I think Bart Hansen, Crush Live Poker, who's a really great guy, great product he puts out. Think like that, but for multi-table tournaments. We'll be focusing on live tournaments. Wow, this is a spot here. 23 big blinds. Also, I think we can put the pressure on. I don't think I need to go jam size. Some tournaments I would, some players I would, but I think he's pretty scared. I think he just calls with only better there, and I can get him on, kind of one of those blocker hands, so he doesn't have any aces there, but I do. Another hand here, man, really get into it. Still coming with max pressure. Really got him here now, 5-1, all in. It's just a fold, right? 20-some. I'm gonna act like we're gonna see him sad for a minute. Tough call. No. It's the first time he's played back. We'll see if he's gonna change his strategy or not. What's the name of this player? Tough player. But I get the sense not to experience heads up, which is fine. Get a pastry box. Okay, it's definitely not over. 5-1. There's some crazy World Poker Tour head ups that people come back from. To lead some. See how scared he really is. He just assumes we have a 7 or a 10 there, I'm assuming, but we don't, obviously. Look to... That's huge. So here's what we're going to do. 12, 19, 6. I think we can go 5. He's setting up jam size there on the river. Really representing a 10. Wow, now we're getting down here. Now we can start. It feels fine. Sub 20 with a decent ace. Yeah, that's the first time we've gone all in, so let's see. Sometimes when the first time the big stack goes all in, the players start realizing, like, okay, this is on. It's a poker match now, and they start fighting back a little bit more. We'll see if that happens with him, which is fine if it does. Oh, open jam, yeah, that's fine. No, we got jack high. Yeah, it's. I guess he should be doing that with some small aces, but It's not good with your extreme value hands because we're still going to look for a while until we see if he makes an adjustment. We're going to open up 100% of hands still. So that was 2.5x to 2.7 off, 2.7 off. Just so who knows? He might have had 7.3 off, but 9.3 off. But still looking to exploit him. We haven't seen him limp trap ever, so I'll just play this one slowish for now. I can have a lot of that, as much as he can. It's one of those hands, if he bets, I just probably have to fold, but I can lead and do some interesting things on turns where really taking advantage of his propensity just to like give up. I think if he has a 6, he gets scared and jams, which is a terrible play. Yeah. We are going to burn some time back, act like we got a decision, just to make it look like we got a real decision. Yeah, that's fine, we got nothing. Okay, this means you don't want to, if you snap fold there with the time, no time, it's like, oh, clearly you're bluffing, but you want to keep that somewhat in the range of possibilities. So he's playing back quite a bit now. The one thing we're going to keep doing until proven otherwise is opening 100% of hands to 2.5x. He is way over folding. You know, you should be at a minimum at this size, 2 to 2.5 big blinds at this level. Maybe that's the only adjustment I need to make, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to do that. You should be calling sometimes 100% of hands, but almost at a minimum 80% of hands. He's folding something like 50 or probably closer to 75% of hands. So if I make no other, look to float, turn up some equity, even a pair. Do I ever need to? If he checks here, I think I'm going to bet pot on the river. Yeah, I think that's a nice play. I don't think he has it in him to call down with anything other than the board. No more chopping so much there. I don't think he's ever jamming with anything other than a jack or 6, which he almost never has. I guess he could have some 6s there, but I don't think it's a jack. Yeah, he's calling to chop, which is probably... Oh, ace. Oh, whoa. Wow. Ace 6. Man. He didn't... He lost the... Or I guess I lost the minimum there. Wow. Okay, so here's the thing. So I think what I'm going to look to do, I think the best way... He's a pretty solid player. You can tell he's played a lot, obviously, to get to second place out of 53-70. So I don't want to exploit myself of thinking I can just run him over crazy advanced line, super lag style. I don't think that's the strategy. I think the strategy right now, his biggest exploit is when I'm opening. He's folding way too much. So I think I just capitalize on that. Play pretty solid. I mean, he limped there. So I'm going to bet. I'm going to lead. See what happens. He might start trapping me a little bit more too on some of these lines. He's probably seeing I'm pretty aggressive. If he's smart, he'll start adjusting and trying to trap me more. So I got to be cognizant of that. But for now, the biggest adjustment I'm making is 2.5x, 100% of hands, because he is not 3-bet me a single hand. I'm gonna look to, I got a pair, so hard to flop a pair. I'm just kind of value betting there. It's very thin, but got a pair heads up. That's better than most. Obviously, I'm not getting it all in or going 3 street, but betting the flop there for value is a good idea. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I mean, until proven otherwise, we might find some other spots, exploits, or we were kind of leveling, we were kind of exploiting ourselves there a little bit by trying to run him over, but I think the main play against this specific player, heads up, is to just, that's terrible, to play solid post flop. Recognize what ranges he's got when he's limping or raising, but the biggest exploit right now is 100% of hands. I can maybe trap him some with like super premiums, like aces, kings, ace, king suited. Top pair is really good. Don't need to go too big. Two big blinds has been he's been not sticky, I would say. He gives up a lot, but on the flop he's continuing. Still not enough. He's folding, over folding. He's folding too much on the flop, and he's folding too much pre-flop. So the adjustment there, the best thing to do is raise 100% of hands, and actually continuation bet almost 100% of hands. Jack 9. 8 of spades or clubs or hearts would be really fun. Definitely not folding to one bet. Check. Jack. Now we got showdown value. Maybe he's got a hand like king 10. He's balanced in that sense that he doesn't always bet a pair. That's actually not the right way to play heads up. Pair is good, but like some hands like this, like king 10 for example, he had been, I'm just gonna check call probably. We'll see. Let me think. Check, bet, turn. I think he's got king 10 a lot. I think a jack is way too good. It's under wrapped, not under wrapped, but it seems like he does not have an ace. Wow. Ace, so he went limp, check, really trying the trap line. Alright, let's see what we can do here. He went limp, check, bet, wow. Alright, good to know. So, ace, high boards, he doesn't bet aces pre-flop. And he doesn't necessarily, that's wild. Okay, he's trapped me a couple times like that. I gotta be careful. We don't want to do anything. Can we re-raise him here? Some back door. We don't want to. 3.5. I think it's too crazy. We don't need to be crazy. We've still got a big chip advantage. One thing we could do is, I think he would, because I think I want to just keep on what I'm doing. I don't want him to realize what he's doing wrong. That's another thing is, oh wow, 30, what? 2.5, he gets to 32. Never do that. I guess if you're really thinking like optimal strategies, I guess small pairs sometimes, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like a good play. He's fighting back. Maybe he could have like 3x that. It could have been a reasonable 3-bet size. He seems like he's playing scared. Guess he just had an ace there. Kind of raise to a size that I can continue on. This is a nice hand. I mean, I'm ahead of most of his range. Yeah. I'm gonna look to open that lineup a little bit more when he limps. Actually haven't had many good hands when he limps. Oh, this is a mandatory open. Yeah, when he's limped in, I've actually not had many hands to kind of to ISO raise there. Interestingly enough. I mean, that's just the nature of, wow, do we 4-bet this in? 8. This is the first time he's done this. I think we just call and navigate. He still thinks I'm pretty wide, but I have an ace. Super nice, actually. I think I could go check here. check here is nice on the flop. I think we get it all if he doesn't, you know, he could start. And he's been shown to be scared. Also, he traps with some aces, but more so, I mean, I'm not worried. Oh, wow, Jin. I mean, I'm not worried about anything except... Wait, what size do we want to go to kind of get it all? Less than pot. 7, does that feel good? 6. Let's get a lot in the pot. Weird. I look like I'm stabbing here. Less than half. You could jam. What if he had an ace 10 or something? That would be really cool. Wow, I bet small. 40%. He just folds. That is not the way to play a 3-bet hand. Just check, fold, weird. And here's 10s. Wow. Man. I haven't had too many spots, really, heads up. 6s is a weird hand here. Do we ever just jam? I think we could 4-bet jam, honestly, if he tries to come with another small raise. He's trying that out. Didn't, you know, I don't know what he did that with last time. Maybe some kings, king, queen, or something like that. Or maybe some pairs, mid pairs. I feel like he would probably do that with at this point. That just didn't connect on the flop. 8-2, once again, looking to just kind of get it going here. Continue on with what we're doing. I might clam up again. We can continue. Let's go a little bit larger size. He's been shown an ability to overfold even more as we go a little bit bigger. We got a gut shot, but be cognizant here. I think betting small and then jamming rivers. He doesn't really call down light, does he? When he traps, he gets kind of scared. I guess he could have some queens here, actually. Now that I think about it. Wow, what is that? I think he was just... Let's put him in. Hopefully I don't have a 10. I think he's got some kings or jacks he was on draws. Obviously no queen. Yeah, good. Called it off. Jack 10. Yeah, of course. Oy vey. That was a bad one. Alright, let's get back in the saddle here. 2. Yeah, you gotta be weary after a big hand of making a, you know, further exposing yourself. Almost playing a little passive next few hands until you reset on a big spot like that. I'm ahead of a lot of his range here, actually. Checks. Kind of strange. To go 2/3. Probably full pot, depending if we get there with a king or even a 9. Could go for lesser value. I think let's try 2/3. He seems... I mean, if he has anything here, he should call. Obviously a 10, but I just think he's got like ace high, queens, queen high. Can he call? Yeah, he just folds a lot. I don't think he would ever call there with ace high. So 2/3 is nice. Keep getting aggressive here. Oh, I took a bad hit there. Just bluffed into the effective nuts, but we still have almost a 2-to-1 chip advantage. Still have to mix in some plays, but we've leveled ourselves a little bit. Could we... Let's try a trips lead here one time, see what happens. I just think, is he gonna fold for one big blind? No. Let me check this now. I think it just seems pretty weak. It looks like I had like a flush draws or something. Hopefully he starts betting. If not, oh, here's a might. Do we over bet here? No, I don't think so. Let's go for a 4 and see if he could somehow come up with a raise. I doubt it. If he had a 2, that would be magical. What does he call with king? Ace high. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think he's calling over bet size there, but we bet 2/3 is nice. Ace high, yeah, okay. Did make an ace high call. Was a nice flop and turn. Top pairs. Really hard to make, especially. Could size up a little bit here. Lots of draws, really connected board. Flush and straights. Anything he continues with there. Jack. Any flush draw, any straight draw. Just trying to charge more. We want half pot. Probably. So 3-6. He's short again now, 80-30. That's pretty good. So we got open-ended. We have to be careful here because we're kind of a little bit on the dummy end. He just checks it to start. So do we come overbet? I like the overbet here. This is more of a deep stack principle, but yeah, it worked. So I think last time when we overbet, we've only done it twice. He must have just had like stone cold nuts. I think he started. Maybe he's not. You know, if he's picking up on the fact that I'm raising 100% of hands, he has to start calling with way more. He's probably calling at maximum 50% of hands, but he's. Oh, this might be a. I don't think he's ever. Just start putting a little bit of. Oh, he calls it off. Ace? Oh, kings. Wow. Diamonds? Nope. Wow, we absolutely ran into it, family. That's alright. We can battle here. Heads up. I mean, 1-1, so. Alright, we gotta get back into it. That was punty. Oh, don't jam into this guy that many. Oh, he's gonna get some confidence back here. Let's see. Phone is dying a little bit. Go get charger. I'm gonna put the phone down for 1 second. Go grab the charger. We'll be back in less than 30 seconds. So we got the charger back. Just missed a couple hands there. My apologies. Alright, so had a couple unadvisable plays. That was. Alright, so what does he got here? Suited queen, definitely not folding for one big. Flush draw, that's nice. I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on him still. he doesn't, you know, handle pressure very well. I mean, I've run into his like absolute stone nuts sometimes, but he'll lead out and then fold too much like that. Anytime he's raised, it's not a terrible strategy, especially if he's got a couple of my punts so far, but I gotta be close on timing tells. I went a little quicker there. So if you see, I normally try to go down to about 10 seconds, but I went at 12 seconds. That can indicate that you have a better hand if you go quicker than you normally do. Yeah, so he's raising probably 50 to 70% of hands. I'm just gonna confuse him a little bit with some leads, like marginal value. Looking to check call. Doesn't always have to have a king. Even when he doesn't really. It's not great. Not a great river. Let's try black size, see what he does. Most people just go crazy and raise pot with block size. No, he just calls. Interesting. King. Woof. Wow. We lost the minimum on that one. Alright, interesting. Like our block size, he didn't raise it. Some people don't raise with anything other than nuts against block size, which is fine. Ace high. Stones. Connected board. A scary dynamic board. We don't necessarily stack off for 3 streets on this board, you know, especially with certain runouts. Obviously betting here for value. Yeah, I think we gotta keep betting for value. Can kind of size up. Value and protection, right? A couple good reasons to bet. Yeah, he folds. Just had a weak draw or something, or marginal value. I don't know. Does he? I don't know. The way he plays, he probably folds an 8 or a 9 there sometimes, which probably is not advisable. So some of our worst hands here can perform well as ISO raises, but we got to be a little careful. Just remembering that he traps there with aces sometimes. Getting a little margin back here, 17 big blinds, which I like. This heads-up battle is going on quite a while here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, he's still just folding like minimum 50% of hands, probably 75% of hands to a very small open size. So I'm gonna look to not punt any more places and just play solid, patient, not get anxious or not even anxious, but just lack patience. Just play solid. Look at that. It's pretty nice. Can I lead? Sure. Yeah, I gotta be careful though. Sometimes sort of runouts, that's not a good turn card as far as continuing the action. And he doesn't get much value in whenever he has top pair plus. Heads up, when you have top pair, you need to be getting value in. So I think we're obviously calling this. We'll see what the river is. That's a blank. That's a pretty nice river. So his bluffs miss, like his aces, his seven sort of thing. I mean, sometimes he's just got it, but he doesn't really bluff enough. Top pairs is a mandatory call. Wow, set of 6s he turned. Wow. Eek. Okay, we're at a disadvantage here for the first time. Okay, well, we gotta play a little bit more, I think, conventional and smart post flop. He's decently sticky. He does still give up pre-flop, and on the flop to relatively small size. Gives up too often. So we can continue on with that. This is probably just going to be a give up unless we get some value. He has, yeah. He never bets out really here either. He just kind of check, looks to get value. He's just kind of been trapping, so I think I gotta check, give up more. Yeah, ace high. I think he probably finds a call there at a reasonable size. Fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. 9-5. He folds. It's a pretty tough heads-up battle. He's adjusted to what I'm doing wrong also. Gotta give him props to that. He's still pretty blind to what he's doing wrong. I think what I'm doing wrong is being a little too aggressive. Post flop, made that one like 26 big blind punt, pre-flop with fives, and he just had kings. I think he still calls there with big aces, but that was an unfortunate spot. It is what it is. You gotta keep on. So I think some of these terrible hands are pretty good to ISO raise with. Gotta be cognizant though to not always do it because he does trap. He's been calling me a lot. Let's mix up the sizing a little bit. Try to confuse him a little bit more. Seems like the more he gets confused, the more he folds. And he's starting to figure out my game a little bit. Yeah, the concept of blockers like pre-flop is not as relevant heads up. King high is actually ahead of a lot of hands in the specific board. So he checks. So I think I'm probably ahead a lot of times. So I'm gonna look to. He's shown that he doesn't call down much. I don't think he has a concept too much of. Oh, he re-raised. Trip sevens. I feel like almost nothing else. He's not doing that with a flush. And I guess a queen. No, I don't think he. Probably just calls. Oh, here we go. I don't know what to do with this hand. Maybe limp. What if he, alright, sort of not folding. What do we want to do? I've been going two a lot. Aces heads up's pretty good. Yeah, we bet small, so he's got absolutely nothing. Alright, on to the next. He's got more gusto than I initially gave him credit for. His heads-up game's pretty solid. So this is a tough. Some of those check raise. I feel like he. Okay. He c-bets quite a bit. Tough. I think. Did I? Oh, I had check clicked. That was weird. And he re-raised me pre. Oh man, this gets worse and worse. Block sizing, let's see what happens. Nine, okay. Oh man, I kind of had a misclick there. This is what it is. Alright, so still looking to pick up on one of the main exploits we have. He's just folding way too much. I think if I could just play solid, make appropriate folds and not punt, and then just exploit his pre-flop mistake, I could really win this heads-up match. I'm just going to keep, especially if he only bets two big blind, raises the two big blinds from one big blind, which is probably not the best size. If he keeps betting that small, I'm going to top pair, gonna check raise. What do we do if he re-raises us? That'd be wild. What do you ever do with this flush? I don't think so. I think he probably has a lot of flush draws here. Let's keep going for... I'm gonna charge his draws. Get value. See what happens here. 3 of diamonds would be fun. 10. Does he do? Does he call with a 5? It's kind of what we're targeting. Single pair, 5 4s, flush draws, trying to get value. All right, now we took the chip lead back. It's been a pretty brutal heads up battle, back and forth. Kind of got the upper hand to start, and then he really clawed back. It's been a tough match. Let's see. Super small on this board. Just taking advantage of the fact that he gives up way too much. Probably check back a lot of turns and look to bet a lot of rivers. I think, do we go over bet? No. And I think let's try a full pot. I think that feels good. 8 on the 8 on the 8s. Was it lucky? I bet 8 big blinds, 8 seconds left, and there's 3 8s out there. It's like 5 8s. I think that's gotta be worth something. Maybe a fold? 9 high. Oh, he calls it off. Alright. Ace high. Wow, good call. Alright, he's pretty savvy post flop. So what do we need to do? What adjustment do we need to make? We, first of all, can't just bluff with impunity. We got to be a little smarter about how we proceed. A little bit more balanced. I think we're just kind of barreling too much that he's picking up on. Yeah, it's just a fold. Blinds go up here in a second. King 5. Still going to be looking to take advantage of the fact that he folds too much pre, like we've said many times. I think we have the betting lead too. I think we can continuation bet quite a bit. But B, yeah, he actually, if you really think about it, especially when I'm betting 2 big blinds into 5, that's like 40%. He's folding there too much. Now if I'm betting full pot, or even 60 to 80% to 100% pot, he's got to fold much more. But the fact that he's folding still, I don't know, at least 40% on the flop, I think we still see bet small 100%. Well, that's beautiful. Do we check? Why don't we, let's look to exploit that line that we had. Even though we raised pre-flop, he might not see it. Why don't we go, I'll just call here if he bets, but I'm definitely betting. I'm definitely not folding any rivers here. We're gonna get one more street of value. It's pretty bad run out. I definitely can't check raise, but I'm definitely not folding. And I'll bet. Let's bet. A really bluffy image, so we're gonna get paid off by like jack, probably some 6s, any queen. If he goes all in, we're sad, but we win this a lot. Ace 9 kicker. Oh, couldn't get any worse. Ay. Alright, premium. Let's get this going, family. We want him to proceed. Alright, that's fine. Let's... We 3-bet. Let's just kind of trap him here. Top pair, less than 2-to-1 stack to pot ratio. Oh, that is miserable return. Oh my gosh. Now I'm sad. I'm not just stacking off here. 10. Oh, what do we do? I think we just go for value and fold if he jams. I don't know if we fold, we might just call it off. He doesn't really bluff much. Okay, that's fine. We got ace king. We got aces. Had some hands. Still betting with 100%. I don't think we need to... Oh, that's nice. I think still bet for value, like pretty much any pair we're continuing. And a lot of try boards, especially if we have the lead, we're still going to continue. But I think we don't need to just keep barreling off. He's calling down pretty light on some spots, and he's... Once he proceeds in a hand, he's pretty sticky. Let's get some more sugar here. That's unfortunate. Alright, so just to recap, we are deep in the 22 SC 2-day, 5,370 runners. We are down to the final two out of 5,370. Josh Guindon, Poker, Salem Witch, EMD. Josh Guindon here, the new World Poker Tour ClubWPT ambassador. We are heads up. Final two. First place, 7,000 roughly. Second place, 17,000 roughly. That's one of the worst hands. I can fold that. So we're playing for a $10,000 difference. Huge spot, really. We are up against a pretty tough opponent here. He was really well versed deep stack, putting me in some tough spots based on the way he's defending. Get the sense that he's not very attuned to heads up play. Raises, good play. Yeah, I don't love that. Tough to proceed. Low visibility. If he's got, you know, I don't think he 3-bets there with any worse hands than mine. Let's see. Alright. That's a pretty good flop. Maybe top pair. We've really had a lot of second best top pairs, which have been really sad. Heads up. Ace 8 versus, no, Ace 5 or Ace 7 versus Ace 9 for a lot of chips. This is a lot of the spots we've gotten into. He's actually made some really solid calls with ace high on some pretty over bluff spots. I didn't kind of underestimated this player a little bit. Oh man, he doesn't have anything other than an ace here. Is he ever bluffing? I've never really seen him with a pure bluff. He's just trying to take me to value town. We can fold that. Not a tough run out. He could have some better kings there, honestly, but mainly it just has aces. Alright, we're gonna look to... I think I should probably start folding a little bit more of the hands pre-flop, like another 10 to 20%. the absolute, really unconnected hands. He proceeds pretty well, and also traps me. I've got clearly a propensity to bluff a little too much. Heads up. He is doing a good job of keeping up the pressure by opening most hands. Could like to 3-bet him a little bit. He's quick to get away. King high. It's not immediately a give up. I think if he could have some, I could have some ace high there. I think he really folds. He really, maybe that's probably just a fold on the flop. I think I need to start folding more when he has the range advantage. Because he doesn't really give up, and he's calling bluffs down light too. Unless I've got a premium draw, I need to stay more balanced. Let's just keep pressure on though. He's folding 50% of hands. Wow, ace, pair, kings again maybe. Alright, that's fine. Mm-mm-mm. 10-4. There's probably one we could start to fold. It's close though. Flop top pair. 19 bigs starting. Pretty connected board though, pretty scary. I like to probably play pretty passively. That's a terrible turn. Oh, so what do we do? Such a bad turn. Can't just fold though. Let's get a 4 or a 10. Oh, that's nice. We are going to check all it off. He's got a straight. He's got a straight. Better 10. He's got a better 10. Backdoor hearts. He's got a hearts, but trips. Not folding. Could be GG's. Oh man, good run. Good run. Tough. Well played. Congrats. Get a pastry box. All right. There it is. Second place. 777 left in day 2. 5,370 players. Tough heads up match. Heads up is a tough game, but pretty, bittersweet moment. We won first. Tough heads up battle. Just pretty thankful, fortunate of this deep run. Had a lot of fun interactions today with a lot of the poker community, ClubWPT, ClubWPT Gold World Poker Tour. A lot of friends in the community. Had a really in-depth, really robust strategy discussion as we're kind of making this deep run with a lot of friends through text and chat. Really, really thankful for this opportunity. Some good content coming out. So just a quick recap. Hope you guys picked up some strategy tips as we're going through there. You gotta learn how to lose too, right? Took one on the chin. Had a really tough opponent. Ran decently bad, heads up, but hey, we're not going to make excuses. We're going to just be thankful for this super deep run. Second place out of 5,370. New high score, actually, on ClubWPT Gold. Never gotten above 5,000. Been playing pretty low stakes. Going to be looking to best this pretty soon. We are playing the World Poker Tour main event, 2,500 SC buy-in, 12 day ones. Played in day 1 today, first day 1. I'm trying to make a deep run in the main event. We just cashed the Prime also today, World Poker Tour Prime on WPT Gold, ClubWPT Gold. But let's just recap our run, and we'll briefly talk about what we've got on Josh Guindon YouTube Poker for those still hanging in there with us. So First of all, today this was a 2-day tournament. A lot of members from the poker community made deep runs. One of our core members who does a lot of the streaming, Medi23, METTI23, got 47th place out of 5,370, top 1% run. It's inspiring just watching him play. He's a really tough player. I get a lot of fuel motivation if the rare chance I get to make a deep run is just seeing other members of the community there with me making a deep run. When I was in the $5 million free roll, I got seventh out of just under 1,500. Triple T, Terry St. Peter, who's won 3 times. He ended up really deep. I think roughly 40th place out of 1,500. Josiah, another one of our members, it's also a crusher. Finished, don't know the exact number, top 100, I feel like 80th. Dan Mahoney or Josh Marin also made a super deep run. I'm forgetting a couple others right now, but I just, as you're navigating through these deep fields, you just get inspiration from friends and other people in a similar vein, running deep with just like you are. It's motivating. It's also like a little internal competition. It's pretty fun. But anyway, so made super fortunate. Had a lot of cards go our way. Obviously, good breaks. I mean, you got to get lucky to make a deep run. Didn't quite get it done. Always tough to take second place. Bittersweet, but overall, just feeling super thankful and fortunate for today and in this run. So yeah, new high score, fun, pretty good. Payout for $22 buy-in, probably second best I've ever done. As far as ended up with 6 figures from a $0 entry, so that was pretty good. But let's see, what's the quick math on 7832 divided by 22? You're looking at about roughly 390x, 380x. That's pretty fun. Anytime you can over 100x your buy-in, that's deep run. So anyways, what do we have ahead? So as far as poker play, we're still going to be playing on ClubWPT quite regularly. Got some big tournaments coming up, including the Super Saturdays. It's a couple of big diamond giveaways too. I just gave away 3 seats to the World Poker Tour Venetian main event. That's where it all started for me back in 2022 in the summer. So pretty exciting stuff on ClubWPT. ClubWPT Gold has still got their festival going on. The main event is the main one I'm looking forward to. I think it was just announced $555,000 for first place, so I'm going to be competing, battling in there for sure. So looking forward to that. Let's talk about the YouTube channel real quick. So Josh Guindon Poker is our YouTube channel. We're going to be getting that developed and getting that going. A lot of videos. Let's talk about what the channel is going to be. Number 1, entertainment. Think different strategy or different fun series. The first one we're starting out was the Bank Rolex Challenge with a twist. We'll be trying to shoot for $10,000 profit at cash games, and we got a couple rules of the challenge. First and foremost, we will be trying to get $1,000 each session. Hopefully we'll only have 10 sessions and get to 10,000, but probably won't happen that way. But if we get to 1,000, we'll stop, or if we play till 4 hours, we'll stop. There's no stop loss, so we might lose a lot in one session. But if we did this challenge last year, and we got up to $10,000 within 17. It took us 17 sessions, and we took the $10,000 profit, and we bought a Rolex, $10,800 Rolex. But this is a twist, Bank Rolex Challenge with a twist. We're not going to exactly give away what the twist is going to be, but pretty exciting stuff. There will be some giveaways for sure. I think World Poker Tour Prime events and World Poker Tour ClubWPT private stream team tournament seats. There might be some other giveaways throughout the challenge, so you'll want to stay tuned to look for those opportunities. The best way is to stay subscribed, like and comment videos also. There'll be maybe some challenges regarding social media, like and subscribe sort of thing on Twitter. They'll make some announcements though, so stay tuned. So number 1, entertainment. Think of Rampage Poker videos, cash game series, hand breakdowns. People love poker hand breakdowns, so we'll be doing a lot of that. I think we have a lot to add from that regard. Then also think of strategy. Second core tenet of Josh Guindon Poker YouTube is going to be strategy. So we've made a sun run on the World Poker Tour. We've had an incredible start so far. Some skill, some hard work, a lot of luck. 5 deep runs in main events, cashed all 5. Third percentile, top 0.5 percentile, a 5th percentile, and a 6th percentile run, including pulling a 6-figure bounty and already making a World Poker Tour final table. 3 of the 5 I've had a real chance to win first place. Hasn't happened yet, obviously. So I've obviously got some strategy that I can help people kind of take their game to the next level. So this is going to come to you free, readily accessible. Like I said, I teach and I learn like on the level of 3rd grader, so it's going to be easily digestible, bite-sized strategy bits. So look forward for that. 20 plus videos coming your way. We'll never charge. And so a lot of strategy content coming down the pipeline. There'll be lots of live streams like this one. So this was a live stream post-production. We didn't go live, but this video will come to you in different segments on Josh Guindon Poker YouTube, and a lot of live streams like this, even myself and co-streams with different people, including Brad Braulio, MetaJohn, some other ClubWPT streamers. We'll be breaking down hands in real time. This might be the most valuable when it comes to strategy. Also, super excited. We're going to be getting together a call-in show. So myself, Josh Guindon, Selmochi MD, Brad Braulio 84, Brad Nesser, MetaJohn M, John McLaughlin are going to be the 3 core panelists. We're going to be having on guest panelists. We may or may not have extended the invite to Phil Ivey, Rampage Poker, Doug Polk. No, just kidding. But we'll see. There'll be some fun panelists for sure to come in. Live call-in show. So submit your hands now to joshguindonpoker@gmail.com. There's a format which I've shared in a couple of YouTube videos, which we'll want you to use to break the hands down. That way we can review them. Any hand you want broken down, a big spot, you're wondering if you could have played it a different way, or if you just think it was interesting, send us that, especially live tournaments. We also want online tournaments, big tournaments like today's, a couple of tournaments from today. Send us those spots. We'll be breaking those down. We're going to break them down on how we would have played them. We're not going to do a lot of solver stuff, so we want to keep this relevant to you guys, keep it fun, keep it interactive, a lot of entertainment value there too. Then lastly, we're going to be focusing on giveaways. This is really important to me as part of the, it's not lost on me. I grew up very, if you could call it middle class. Didn't have a lot of money growing up. This is kind of why I'm finally getting into tournament poker in my 30s. Didn't feel like I could financially take that risk. I know a lot of people are in that same scenario. So the ability to give people opportunities to get into these tournaments is something I'm super passionate about. We're trying to give away as many seats as I physically can, mainly to World Poker Tour events. Think of the Prime event was a big tournament, $1,100 buy-in, and also the maybe some local daily tournaments and some stream team private tournaments. Really encouraging people to get to play live poker. I'm really passionate about live poker, and that's something I'm really going to be focusing on going forward. You'll see a lot of videos and strategy content from live poker. That's where I've got my Sunrun ambassadorship from, is my results in live poker. So but the point is, I'll be giving away a lot of packages, mainly a lot of seats to live poker tournaments. I want to encourage people to get out there. Every December we meet at the Wynn Casino in Las Vegas in December for the World Poker Tour Championship, and it's a multi-week festival. We're there, and everyone from ClubWPT, Stream Team Family, World Poker Tour, you have all these vast networks we have are meeting and meeting up, having fun, playing tournaments. social events, and it's just such a joyous time. I mean, I can't, and every single person I know that's been a part of this is just, it's something they always look forward to next year, and it's hard to get to these. I almost didn't go last year, for example. So anyone that I'm going to be able to help get to this is it's going to be super rewarding for me. So super excited for that. All right, I'm rambling at this point, so look forward to the videos on Josh Guindon YouTube. Follow me on all the social media, X, or Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, of course. Try to follow my results on the World Poker Tour, the main events, including online. We're on Discord, on the ClubWPT Discord. Reach out to me there. I encourage everyone to message me. Anyone who wants to talk poker strategy or really anything, reach out to me. I'd be happy to interact. Looking forward to the next one. Thanks for everyone there for this deep run. Thanks again. 3-hour video coming to a conclusion. Josh Guindon Poker, Salem Wet GMD. Thanks for following along. Take care, guys. Bye.